Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. This is going to be a good one, you all. It is Sunday, so you already know it is mimosas and makeup. And wait a minute, I got something totally different that I'm drinking this Sunday, so let me show you. So I feel like last week I had a bubbly or something, or vitamin water. This time I have a sangria. Now I do not have a recipe for this, but it's basically sangria and margarita. And this is just a little tester sample that I made. So let me just quickly tell you what's in it. A little bit of tequila, whatever kind you have, just a little bit. I cannot drink a lot of tequila because it makes me have weird dreams and they're just too realistic and I'm not trying to do that. The other thing I have in here is a little bit of mango rum. I also have a red wine. I'm using Beringer Red Crush. And then I topped it with, y'all, this is so good. It's the Yellowtail Sangria Blanco. And then I just cut up some little apples. Cheers. It is so good. But like I said, easy on the tequila. Easy, easy, easy. So in addition to the sangria, y'all clicked on it, I'm gonna be playing with the new Oden's Hela palette, which is the collab between Oden's and Angelica Nyvqist. Y'all, we get in the video right now. I'm just saying, like, it's good. If you wanna see what I think about the palette, the swatches, 3 looks, just keep on watching this video. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, you are trying to make some better makeup decisions in 2022, trying to be more choosy about what you're putting into your collection, you know, making your makeup setback turn into a makeup comeback, and you want to connect with another enthusiast that's trying to do the same thing, definitely consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So somebody left a crack in the door. If you are unfamiliar with Oden's I am going to do my best to make you familiar. This is a Swedish brand and the themes of their palettes are based on Norse mythology. I was exposed to Oden's I when I purchased the Nars collection. That is one of my favorite purchases of 2021. That and the legendary Diversa palettes, they have just really sealed the deal with me to be in my top 5 brands. They were kind of inching their way up, but the legendary Diversa collection definitely solidified it. There's so many things that I love about Oden's eyeshadow. I'll get into that, you know, as we talk more about the palette and the looks. But let's get into this collection specifically. Oden's I collabed with Angelica Nyvqist, and this is also a part of the legendary Diversa collection, which is a collection that Oden's I is doing with content creators on YouTube. If you're unfamiliar, the collection that they released last year was a collab with Tina from The Fancy Face, Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, and then Judy, who I was new to and whose palette, that's a whole nother video. But I loved those 3 palettes. I love the Nars collection. So when I saw that this was coming out, before I even knew who the collab was with, I already knew I was getting it because everything that I've purchased from Oden's I has been top notch, extremely consistent. And I just feel so inspired when I look at the palettes and I end up just really loving the looks that I create. So really, really happy with everything that I've purchased so far from the brand. The theme that this palette is centered around is based on Hela, who is the goddess of death. The whole idea is that with death comes new life. I don't want to say it's necessarily like a bad thing. The way that the goddess is portrayed, half of her face is a skeleton and the other half is, you know, young, beautiful. And in this palette, Angelica is represented. And in this palette, Angelica is representing the goddess Hela. So I thought that was really cool. I can get really into mythology. I remember learning about it in like high school, and I always love learning about like the Greek gods and goddesses. So anything with mythology kind of piques my interest, and I really love hearing the stories behind things like this. So I definitely love the whole idea. Now currently the palette, which I haven't shown yet, is out of stock, but it is coming back in stock on March 22nd. And those who are able to purchase the palette immediately received this beautiful ribbon. And so you have on one side the kind of young and vibrant side, and then on the other side you have the kind of death side, if you want to say. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, because it's like the skeleton here and everything like that. So just thought that was really cool. This is supposed to be like a handbag accessory, but I will use it as I see fit, because I will let you know. Every night I am either sleeping with Tina, Judy, or Annette on my hair. One of the three. So they are always with me. Oden's eye products are cruelty free. The powder products are vegan. And this palette actually has a shelf life of 36 months. So let's get into this beauty and get into some swatches. So here's the cover of the palette, and I was explaining how you see Hela here, which is represented by Angelica, and you have the half skeleton and half beautiful face. Here's the back where you see the same thing. It's just like this whole idea of duality. Here's the inside of the palette. I'm trying to hold it back a bit because when I hold palettes up really close to the camera, I just think the colors are a bit muted, and I have not figured out how to fix that problem as of yet, but believe me, I will get there. So there are 15 shades in the palette. So now what I want to do is go through each shade and give you a description of the color and show you the swatches. The first shade is Rebirth, which is a matte yellowish matte eyeshadow. Next is Fluorescence, a firefly-like light yellow-green shimmering eyeshadow. Underworld is a ginger matte eyeshadow. Decay, a taupe matte eyeshadow. Golden Bridge, golden diamond shimmer eyeshadow. Moss, a grayish green matte eyeshadow. Venom, a green diamond shimmer eyeshadow. Ouroboros, a retro dark green matte eyeshadow. Wolf, a matte tannish brown eyeshadow. Hela, a matte baby pink eyeshadow. Hellfire, pink orange shimmer diamond shimmer eyeshadow with sparkles in multiple colors. Goddess, vintage rose matte eyeshadow. Hey Marky. Hey.
I'm not sure charger.
Okay, well you can take that yellow charger right there. What happened to the yellow charger? You see it? Y'all on these chargers. I can't even see this shade. All right, y'all, this one's gonna be tough to see, but this is Double Side, a multi-chrome eyeshadow, a unique color with multiple shifts of golden greens and pinks. Let me see. This is just impossible to see how pretty this is. Huh?
I can't find it.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, here's what we have so far. River is a multicolor diamond shimmer eyeshadow with light purple base tone. So pretty, y'all. We have Soot, a dark purple brown matte eyeshadow. And the last shade is Complete, silver diamond shimmer eyeshadow with black base tone. So here is the palette. Look how beautiful this palette is. This is such a unique color story, and it's very versatile. And I think I read that Angelica did base this palette around the greens and the pinks, and then I guess she threw in everything else, but I think she did a great job. So let me know what you think about that color story. I'm gonna find him a charger. And Marky, what are you doing? I'm gonna find him a charger. And then we're gonna go ahead and get into 3 looks with this palette. I'm excited. All right, you guys, I'm so excited. So when you're seeing this, I just received the Hela palette yesterday on the 24th. So this is Friday, the 25th, and this is gonna be my first time using this palette. I am really excited. I just really am. I am not sure what kind of look I'm going for, but I've got to do something quick because y'all know I'm on my way to work. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the shade Decay. So Decay is this cool tone brown transition shade, and I'm taking a BK Beauty 202 brush. Ooh, I just realized I did not prime my eyes. Hold on, we gotta do that. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Glam Light Icing Primer in the shade Buttercream. It's funny, even though I try not to look forward to Fridays because I don't like to wish the week away, I still feel a sense of accomplishment when Friday comes, like, you made it. I'm trying to get away from that mindset. Okay, now we are in business. Dipping into that shade Decay, I am gonna go ahead and just tap that in. This is like a taupey brown. So here is the transition shade, and I like it. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Soot. For this shade, I'm gonna be using my Bristles Beauty EO3 DM brush. This is gonna be a great brush to get into the crease, but still diffuse out the shadow, because I really do want to make this have a nice blend. So I'm just gonna start on the outer crease area, slightly above. And we can see that that is going to be a really nice deepening shade. And I'm just going to swipe it over. I am only putting a really small amount of this shade on the brush because it is so pigmented. So I just like to work in small sections with small amounts, because I really want the blend to look nice. Now I'm gonna come back with a fluffier brush at the end, because I'm probably not gonna be done with this shade, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and move on to the other eye. I'm gonna just take anything that's left on my brush and just sweep it underneath my lower lashes. And that's gonna help to connect the top and bottom of the eye look. And I'm gonna move on to another color. Let's get into some shimmer, why don't we? So this is the shade Complete. I think I want to use that. That really goes. And then we have this shade River. So let's use those. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap in the shade Complete right here on the outer part and kind of like the center of the eyelid. Now I did not spray this shimmer because Oden's Eye does have some different shimmer formulas. One of them is really glittery and sparkly. Although this one is sparkly, it's not that glittery, flakier texture that's gonna get all over your face. If you get that shimmer, you definitely need to spray it, but this is perfect. There is no fallout happening. Yeah, going in on the other eye, just tapping it in. And I love this. This is like a smoky gray. I think it really complements the plum and the taupe shade very nicely. And that's what we have. Now I'm gonna go into the shade River, which looks like this. This is a duochrome shade, maybe a multi-chrome shade. Let's see. Ooh, oh, okay. River, yes. Oh, look at that, y'all. I shall. This is gorgeous. Oh my God. It might be too soon to say this, but I have said that Oden's Eye has slowly but surely been creeping its way up into my favorite brands, and I think it's there. I think Sydney Grace was #1 as far as eyeshadow formulas last year. This is so pretty. Oh my God. Okay, I'm getting carried away. So we need an under eye, and I think I am just gonna go back into my original transition shade, which was the shade Decay, this one here. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. This is so pretty. Just gonna go ahead and sweep that underneath here. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. See, this, people, is the feeling that makeup should give you. Not, it's okay, like, no, it should be like, wow. That's how I want to feel when I use my eyeshadow palettes. And I can say for every Oden's eyeshadow palette that I've used, that has been the feeling. It's been a wow every single time. Consistently. Okay, I'm getting all excited. All right, let me take a fluffy brush right here. I'm just using the BK Beauty brush. What time is it? Because I'm getting real excited and need to go to work. I'm just gonna diffuse this out just a taste like that. All right, now we need an inner corner. And let's do a color that doesn't even go with the look. Let's go into the shade Fluorescence, which is here. Yes, that's what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling the creativity and the inspiration. Oh yes, this is perfect. I am into this. Do y'all hear me? And this is being restocked on March 22nd. So if you missed out on it the first time, it is coming back. And you know what else I'm gonna do? Let's go into the shade Underworld right here. It's a little mustardy yellow. And I just wanna take it here. Not across the whole under eye, but just on the first portion. I would have never thought to put these colors together until just now. But that's just kind of how I work. And I'm going to mesh that with Decay. Don't want it to be a harsh transition. Okay, let's see what y'all think about that little mix, because it's hard to see. Okay, so what do y'all think? I'm into it. I am going to go ahead and grab my mascara and liner and then be back to tell y'all about this look, but I think y'all already know. Y'all, I cannot even take this look. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Look. Come on, Oden's Eye. Come on, Angelica. Like, look at... I'm done. I'm done for the day. Okay, let me tell you what else I have on my face. Sum this up. Okay, I need to go do what I need to do so I can have money to buy makeup and have a budget. Let's talk about the eyeliner first, y'all. So, y'all, I have not used this shade in a while, but I love using it because it's called Two Can Do It. Yes, this is from the ColourPop Lush Life collection. That's the color right here. I decided to use that color just to capitalize on the yellow that I put in the inner corner and the lower lash line. I just thought it would really tie it together, but give this a unique twist on the color story, because it wasn't necessarily neutral, but it was just kind of cool. But this just added a little fire. All right, I am on a roll today. My mascara is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I really like that mascara a lot, and I find myself grabbing for that one often. I love how it diffuses my lashes, and again, they are just flourishing, and I am very happy with that Grande Lash Serum. I did restock that because I'm getting low, I think. Now for blush today, I'm trying a new one. It is a bit subdued, but this is the Victoria Beckham Cheeky Posh in Roller Skate. Look at this. This is so pretty. And you can use a brush, but basically what I did was I just took it on my finger like that and just kind of tapped it in. And I put a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Pink Gasm over top just to kind of dry it down. But now I'm going over that with more blush, because why not on this dreary Friday? Why not? I'm on a roll. My kids are gonna have fun today, my students and my kids. Moving on. Lipstick. Oh, I didn't even roll it down all the way. Well, whatever. This is my Chanel Terre d'Etoile. I think I said that right. From the La Comète collection. Look at that. I love this shade a lot. And then I outlined my lips with the Lisa Eldridge. I don't think I used Cinnabar. Did I use Cinnabar? I did. Velvet Cinnabar or just Cinnabar lip liner for that one. That's it, you guys. As far as this look goes, I think it's really, really special. I love it. I love everything about it. I think you could gather that from me putting on the eyeshadow shades. No fallout, no issues, no nothing. I feel completely inspired looking at this palette, and I don't want to get too much into it because I know I'm going to come back for some final thoughts. So I'm going to go to work and we're going to get into the next look. Okay, you guys, let's get into the second look with this palette. I was blown away with the first look, so happy with it, and now I'm really excited to get into this next look, and I'm not sure which direction I want to take at this time. All right, let's just see where we go. I'm gonna start with Wolf, again starting with the BK Beauty 202 brush, and this is gonna be my transition shade, starting in the outer corner, stamping it in, and then swiping it on over. I think I have an idea now. We're gonna now go into the shade Hourglass. I think that's how you say it. This is it here. Again, going in with my Bristles Beauty EO3 DM brush. This is gonna be my crease slash outer corner shade. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We may come back to using this shade in a bit, but now we're gonna get into one of these green shimmers. Let's go ahead and go in with Venom. I am, again, gonna be taking this one on my finger. So I'm gonna scoot in a little more. It's a really, really pretty green, really vibrant. This is another one of those very smooth shimmers that are not giving me any fallout. So I just wanted to mention that. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into our Boros. That's that green matte, the deep green matte. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on the outer corner here. Try to merge it and have some type of gradient so that there's kind of like a nice easy blend from the shimmer to the matte. All right, I like that. And now let's see. All right, this is a multi-chrome, I think. We've got double-sided here. I was also thinking about Golden Bridge, but no, I was thinking about Hellfire too. Oh, Hellfire would be pretty. I'm gonna go with double-sided. I don't wanna wait to use this multi-chrome. This is so pretty. And I haven't even swatched this palette yet, so I really have no idea what this is gonna look like. But just from what it looked like on my finger, like look at that. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, honey. I keep going out of focus. It is like one of those fiery multi-chromes. Look at that. So let's just go ahead and take it onto the shimmer just a little bit. See, it's like I started out one way and now like it just goes in a totally different direction. Like the first look, I did not expect to go that way. But look at this. This goes perfectly. And I was about to not use it for this look. Oh, yes. Oden's eye is really doing it. Like, they really are. Like, this is just pure beauty here. Okay, look at that. Let's figure out what we're going to do with the lower lash line and the inner corner highlight. I am going to start with the inner corner highlight because I think I want to go into the shade Fluorescence. And here it is for my inner corner highlight. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm using another Bristles Beauty brush. This is the EO5 PS brush. And again, I haven't used anything wet. All right, I really think I want to stick with this color story this time. Let's take the shade Moss. That's this shade right here. And I'm just gonna sweep that underneath the lower lash line. I hear a child. Oh, They didn't stop in. What? Yeah, I think this is beautiful just like this. Oh. Hello. Hi, Marky. I said hi.
Hi.
So my question to you is, what are you thinking about having tonight for dessert? Okay. I don't know what that meant. So here's a look. All right, you guys, I will finish this off with liner and mascara, and I'll be back with my thoughts on this one, but you probably know what they are already. Okay, you guys, here is the final look. I don't know what to say. I love it. So let me tell you what I used to finish off the look. I use a ColourPop eyeliner from the same Lush Life collection. Never used the Lush Life palette though. And this is, I believe it's the shade Canopy. And it is a matte green. So it looks like that. I just did that on the lower lash line. And then I used the Bad Gal Bang mascara, of course, because that's my go-to nowadays. I decided to use the Chanel Coral Etoile blush from the La Comète collection. And I did do my face makeup first. I just felt like this was gonna go with whatever look I created, or else I was gonna make it go. And then for my lippy, this is like my new go-to. This is the Posh lipstick by Victoria Beckham. I have used this in a video recently, I'm certain. This is the shade Jump. That's what it looks like up close. I don't know what it is, but I'm really liking these a lot. As far as this eye look goes, I love it too. Just these two eye looks that I created show the versatility in the palette, because I didn't even use greens in the first look, and the greens are a standout in this palette. So to not use them and still create like something so beautiful, I just love versatile palettes like this. And this at the same time, kind of getting into final thoughts in the middle of the video, the palette is not overwhelming with so many different colors. You know, we get these palettes that have so much going on, but I feel like the shades that were chosen in this palette are easy to combine, easy to go in a more unified monochromatic direction. I'm having a hard time explaining my thoughts here. The design of this is just impeccable, and based on Angelica's track record with the Club Nebula palette, I mean, it speaks for itself. So I love this look. I think it looks great. And maybe I'll have less to say at the end of the video, because I'm kind of saying it as I'm thinking it. But let's go ahead and get to one more look. All right, you guys, so it's time for the last and final look with the Hela palette. I have a lot of natural light coming in here from the side today, so if the color looks different, that's what it is. And I have the exposure down as low as I can, so hopefully everything will show up really well. Okay, so today I think I want to do a pink look. I want to go ahead and start in with the shade Hela. For this shade, I'm going to be using a BK Beauty A502 brush, and I'm going to be putting that in the transition area. So I'm just going to dip into this shade. It's light, but it seems to be pretty pigmented, and I'm just going to start on the outer corner. Ooh, this is almost the same color as my blush. Do y'all hear August? He is upstairs in his room playing Roblox with his friend on FaceTime. It's a mess. All right, like that. Do the other side. All right, this is what we are working with. It's just a beautiful like wash of pink. It may be a bit washed out from the light. I think it shows up really nice. But of course, we're gonna deepen it up, and I'm gonna go into the shade Goddess using the same brush. And I'm keeping this a little bit lower, making sure it gets into the crease and the outer corner. Let's see, take it on the front part of the lid just a little bit today. I'm taking the same shade under the lower lash line. All right, here's what we have so far. I want to go into the shade Hellfire, which is a peachy champagne shimmer. Let's see what that looks like on the lid. Okay, next I'm going to go back into Hela here, and what I want to do is kind of merge the two shades together. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 207 brush and we will see how that works out. Trying to do it without covering up the champagne shimmer. I think that looks pretty good. Lastly, I do want to deepen this up just a little bit, and for that I'm going to take the shade Soot. I'm just taking just a little bit, like I'm tapping into the pan so light, so I really don't want to ruin this little somewhat halo effect that I am trying to create. Kind of want to just stop here. Simple. For the inner corner highlight, I want to use the multi-chrome double-sided, which I really enjoyed. I'm just gonna stick that here. Let's see how it comes out, because now it's sitting a little bit on top of the shade Goddess, so it's kind of taking on a really fiery tone. All right, so this is the final eye look. I'm gonna do my mascara and my liner, and then I will come back to sum up how I feel about this palette. All right, you guys, so here is the final look. I think it's simple, but I really like it. And let me just tell you what else I have on my face to accentuate the look. So mascara, I just stayed with the Bad Gal Bang. This is a ColourPop eyeliner, and it is a very deep plum, purpley plum shade. I did line the bottom and top of my eyes. I usually don't do the top, but I did in this look just to give it more of a deeper look, maybe. I don't know, I just thought it looked better when I lined the top. For blush, I have the Wayne Goss Vivid Azalea. I really like this blush. For lips, I have on my signature lipstick, which is Velvet Affair by Lisa Eldridge with the matching liner. Final thoughts on this palette. I know I shared some thoughts kind of midway, but if you were considering picking this up on the restock, I don't think you'd be disappointed if this is a color story that you enjoy. I love absolutely everything about it. I think I did say in the middle is that you've got a lot of variety in the palette, but it doesn't overwhelm me. There's not these like bright pop shades, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't have that feeling about this palette. I love variety, but I also love monochromatic looks as well, and you get both with this palette. You can go deep, you can go light. I think you can go every day. I think it's just well put together. I think I used most of the shades in the palette, but if I had to choose, the shades that I really enjoyed were these shades here in the bottom row. I just thought that they were unique and they looked really nice when put together. I love this smoky gray shimmer. I love River, which is kind of like a purpley shimmer with different colored reflex, and of course the multi-chrome double-sided. I thought this was beautiful. I would have to say that Oden's Eye is becoming like a Sydney Grace brand for me. I have experienced now the same thing with Oden's Eye and their eyeshadows from the Nars collection, the first Legendary Diversa collection, and now this. I am definitely sold on the brand. I would highly recommend trying Oden's Eye. I love how they have different shimmer formulas. Some are toppers, some are the multi-chromes. It just makes me happy when I see that they are releasing something, because I know 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to like it or be inspired by it, and it just brings that joy to the makeup that I like to have. That's what makes it therapeutic for me. If I don't have that, it's kind of like, what's the point, you know? When I feel a connection to the color story and feel that inspiration, I just think the looks come out so much better, and that's why I said I have created some of my favorite looks with the Oden's eye palettes, and I can't wait to get more into them. I definitely congratulate Angelica Nyvqist for another successful collab. You know, she had Kaleidos and now this. She definitely knows how to pick the colors and just put a story together. I'm glad this is going to be restocked so that more people can try it out if they are looking to do that. So that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today on another edition of Mimosas and Makeup. I hope this was therapy for you because it always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.